Just when I thought that maybe I was a little over Real Housewives of Orange County, they have a stellar episode. We had a week off without talking about them, but they're back and they're breaking the fourth wall like never before. Shannon, you do know you signed up for a reality show, right? And John likes the limelight? And Emily is carrying the season. And when I say carrying the season, by having her own personal story, actually having a storyline, and actually doing some good on reality TV on this network. Guys, as always, welcome to our Real Housewives of Orange County weekly recap. As though, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share the video. Let's get into a countdown so the notification squad can be notified. Shout out to all of our channel members, subscribers, and of course our King's Guards in the live chat. Let's get into this recap because I have plenty to say.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Guys, welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, don't forget to like the video. It's an important way of supporting the channel. It lets people know that you enjoy what you're watching. Again, shout out to our subscribers, our channel members. To become a channel member, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. And of course, thank you to our King's Guards. They are saying hello to you in the chat. They're keeping you abreast of all the things that are going on over here at the channel. Be sure to check out some of the things that you may have missed these last couple of days. We had quite a few lives. Our Tuesday takeover, I was actually listening to myself. I am a mess. But we covered a lot on our Tuesday takeovers. If you always wanted to know, do you talk about 90 Day Fiancé? Do you talk about Below Deck? Yes, Tuesday takeovers where we talk about those things along with some pop culture news. We were talking about Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, a lot. Yesterday we had some updates in regards to Nia Long. We had some updates in regards to Lizzo, Halle Berry. Go check what you missed out on these last couple of days, including our short form content. For everything Kempire, head on over to TheKempire.com for more details on our merchandise and, of course, our podcast. If you're a member of the channel, stay tuned. You're going to get an exclusive Real Housewives of Atlanta video. So stay tuned for that. All right, so let's talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County. Oh, sidebar, I also released a video yesterday talking about the third legal letter that was sent to NBC Universal. If you missed that, go watch it. So they broke the fourth wall of Real Housewives of Orange County this week so many times because Shannon's like, I'm not doing this. I love Shannon. And I'm not making fun of Shannon because I really do like Shannon on the show. And I think if it was anyone else withholding their real life from the show, we would like, to the hell with them. But I really do like Shannon. I do. But Shannon, John is a part of your life. He's filming on the show. It's not like he's refusing to film. He wants to be. And now we see why her and John broke up by the end of the season. And it's also her fault. She's calling these friends when she's drinking and telling them all these different things. Okay. But okay, I'm not going to go in any order, guys. I didn't take notes. I was like, I'm going to just do this straight off the dome. All right. Because I don't feel like we're going to break my fourth wall. Okay. That don't even sound right. Wait a minute. This is not Kempire After Dark. Anyways, first of all, I want to start by saying this. I really like Jenn. She's a perfect addition. I know you guys are asking for reboots of these cities, but currently, Jenn is a great addition. She's better than Noella and Dr. Jenn combined. All right? I love the fact that her boyfriend, Ryan, was able to make fun of himself at Shannon's party. He was able to make fun of himself. I did not see that. That came out of left field. But I like that he was able to make a joke about being a cheetah pumpkin eater. I don't know how she feels about it, but regardless. I love her story. I love what she feels like she's sharing like we want Shannon to. So we have a couple of things with her. You know, she fosters animals, but she also adopted this young man, and she has this conversation with him in this episode about meeting his mom, his biological mom, maybe one day. Adorable. This kid is adorable. But here's the thing, and I'm sure other parents probably deal with this, especially when you are of a different race and you adopt a child of color. And she did say that he has expressed wanting to look like his siblings. And I wonder if a combination of that is to feel to feel like you belong to them, that you are of them, that you don't stand out. Sometimes you don't want to stand out in the crowd. Unlike me. No, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to stand out. You just want to be like everyone else. And then I also think it is Orange County. Has he been treated differently at school because of the way that he looks? But I love the fact that she shared this, and I love the fact that she tries to encourage him and say, your skin is beautiful. I would die to have your skin. I will allow her to have that as her response, but I think there's a deeper conversation that needs to happen as he grows older, because he is different. He is living in Orange County. It is a different area. So I am looking forward to seeing more of Jenn this season. And Jenn not only is sharing her own personal story, she's also getting in the mess. Because by the end of this episode, Jenn is the bone carrier. She is taking what she hears at Shannon's party and she's bringing it to Gina to get Gina activated. We'll get to that. I have to say, at least Tamra, this episode it wasn't about Tamra this week. Yes, she was in the episode, but it wasn't about her. You're not innocent, Tamra. You're part of the reason why everything's imploding around Shannon. And I can't wait for this reunion. So hopefully Shannon can see what we see, that Tamra is not innocent. Thank you to Emily Simpson. Because Emily this season, she's been really giving us story. She's really been giving us her personal family situation, her own personal struggles. She's been getting activated. She's been pushing the other folks to get activated during the season. But other than her being a part of the group and producing, which I don't mind a housewife if you can be subtle with it, I love the fact, because I almost completely forgot last season that was last season when she was a part of, helping Tyrell. He was exonerated. And I love that she's a part of this charity and she's using her law degree to help people. We got to meet this week that young lady. She was put in prison. She was a nurse. Literally, she comes home, her boyfriend's dead, and she's, because of shoddy police work, she goes to prison. I was like, it made me think to myself, like, God forbid. That is like my worst nightmare. Can you imagine? Well, yeah, there are plenty of people that are falsely arrested and put in prison. And this is what this charity is about. And this is what this charity gala was about. And I'm so glad we got to see Tyrell again this week with his daughter. I forgot about this last season. I love that we're bringing it back again this season, because for those that did forget as well, that this organization is out there and helping people like this young lady who ends up going to prison, and it still affects her life. Even though she's been exonerated, it still affects her life. She was a nurse. She cannot even be a nurse. She has to become an EMT because of this being a part of her record. So excuse me, Marlo, we have bigger fish to fry than you being exonerated. Not exonerated. What does she want it? Because she did the crime. Look, she did the crime. She wanted expunged. There we go. She wants her record expunged. Can we get this lady back into being a nurse? So I'm loving Emily this season. I even loved Emily at the end of this episode and the conversation that she has with Shannon. I feel like she genuinely values, maybe she feels the way that I feel about Shannon, and I don't even know Shannon, that she likes having fun with Shannon. She genuinely likes Shannon. She wants to be Shannon's friend. Her intention wasn't to talk about Shannon and her relationship, like gossiping. She's saying that she was genuinely concerned. But at the top of this episode, Shannon is plotting this party, this fiesta. She's inviting all these people, and she ends up getting into fights with two of them. But then, of course, Gina, follow fashion, is like, I'm not gonna go. So Heather Dubrow, I'm so grateful to Heather Dubrow this episode, but we will get to that. So at the top of the episode, she goes to speak with Shannon, and it blows up. It blows up because Heather wanted to make her know, like, I don't want you to think that I'm sitting around gossiping about you. Very similar to what Emily is saying, but the conversation that Shannon has with Emily, she's like, it's Heather. It's not Heather. I mean, I don't know because we're not there. We don't know if Heather is sort of like a sniper from the side. I mean, to me, because she's so smart, I could see her potentially being that way. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't see what you're saying about Heather. I think Heather is doing what all of them are doing, talking about what you've said to them. And yes, we do have the confessional. They replayed it this week where Heather drops all of the tea about what Shannon has said about John. Just saying. And those are some damning claims about John. John, you're a loser. Shannon deserves so much better, especially after her ex. Apparently, she's not talking to her ex anymore. I think she said this on Watch What Happens Live a couple of weeks ago. So Shannon was recently pictured with her ex-husband, and now she says, yeah, they're not talking again. Damn, that was quick. All right. Shannon, she's a lot. And we literally see this. So she gets into it with Heather. Heather's not going to come to the fiesta, okay? Because of course it escalates because she believes that everyone's talking about her and her relationship. She's like, she doesn't want anyone talking about her relationship. And she's on a reality show. Then she has a FaceTime. Shannon has a FaceTime with Emily, and that goes left. And they break the fourth wall again. They break the fourth wall with Shannon. They break the fourth wall with Emily. Honestly, I don't know how you feel about this. I like it. I like when they break the fourth wall because we've been doing this show for too long. We got to stop pretending. Reality is not what reality used to be. You can't be behind the camera anymore. We need to start breaking this fourth wall down so we can build anew. So I appreciate them breaking the fourth wall. I appreciate catching Shannon spill her own tea in breaking the fourth wall. She's like, put the camera down. This cannot be on the show. Girl, you are not above the show. I love you, Shannon, but you're not above the show. This is your life. And the fact that we find out that John, because this is why her and Heather get into it, because Heather's just like, he isn't a private person. You've told us that he wants to be in the limelight. He likes the limelight. And that's the only reason why he's with you? Shannon, why does Shannon feel this way about herself? Why would you be with this man when there really isn't anything of value that he's bringing to your life? Not at your big age. And I'm not trying to age shame you because I'm saying even when I'm at my current big age, I will not tolerate that kind of energy in my life. So why at your big age are you tolerating someone like John, especially after what you've been through? And you have young girls that are looking up to you. I want better for Shannon. Anyone else? Those of you that are in the live chat, don't forget to vote and let us know how you rate this week's episode. I'm giving this a 9. Anyone else with me? I'm giving this a 9. This episode had me like this. What is look? What is going on? Okay. So, what were the other things that I wanted to talk about? Okay, so Heather's not coming to the party. The fight between Shannon and Emily goes left. She gets very upset with Shannon. She's like, "You're like Jekyll and Hyde. You're on a reality show. What are you doing? Stop lying. Tell your real life." John calls her when she hangs up with Emily, and she's like, "I can't talk right now. I just had an argument with Emily. She says I'm Jekyll and Hyde." I don't know if she's Jekyll and Hyde, but she's definitely not giving us the true Shannon story. So it makes me also look at Shannon like, well, you're hiding this in regards to John. What else are you hiding from the cameras? What else are you hiding? And why didn't you invite Vicky to this party since everyone else can't? She was so concerned. She's like, I bought all this stuff for everyone and now 6 people aren't coming. Let's talk about Heather. So Heather Dubrow, first of all, she literally bought a new place in LA. She's ready to go back to LA, be a part of the LA scene. It makes me wonder if she is going to jump ship of the OC. No, she just bought another house. She bought a house in Beverly Hills. So she's selling this house for $55 million. $55 million. Good for her. Good for her. So they literally are in escrow for this apartment in LA and for their dream home. I love the fact that we got a tour of her LA apartment. It's gorgeous. I love the fact that Roberto Cavalli designed, because some of these designers have done very similar things that they'll do an apartment or something like that. She does want to change some of the things. I just feel like I would feel bad changing anything in that apartment because it was Roberto Cavalli's inspiration. But I get it. She bought the house. She gets to do what she wants. That closet looks amazing. I look forward to seeing more of whatever Heather's going to do. I don't know if it's going to be on the OC. I don't know how that works. I mean, she could still be on the OC, but I'm like, you're in LA now. Okay? And I kind of want to see because now, I mean, it's not like she can't fit in with the other Beverly Hills ladies. It would be interesting to see what that dynamic would be. I wonder if she knows any of them like real. Taylor is, remember at the top of the season, I was liking Taylor. I still like Taylor, but I feel as if we've kind of lost anything with Taylor in these last couple of episodes. She was at the party, but that was it. I was like, oh, Taylor's here. Nice to see her. So the Fiesta, the Fiesta was not that interesting to me. I'm not really interested in seeing these ladies party hardy. All right. The funny things to me that stood out to me in this Fiesta party, despite the editing of them like, oh, they're drinking and da 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 da, and Tamra's running around with a super soaker. No, I like that Ryan made fun of himself. They do talk about what's going on with Shannon and the rest of the ladies, and John's like, our relationship is not perfect. Yeah, some of the things that they're saying, yeah, you're far from perfect, but she needs to leave you. So it goes from them talking about that to Shannon then talking about Gina and how she helped Gina with her DUI. She got an attorney. And then she puts another little layer. She puts some sauce on it. You know how Giselle likes to put sauce on a story? She says, if it wasn't for me, CPS would have taken her kids. So even Jen was just like, yeah, now you've gone too far. You've gone too far. And also, like, why would you... I get it. Yes, you were very helpful to helping Gina, but I'm always wary of someone that constantly brings up when they've helped you because then you weren't genuine. Never help me. I would never ask for help from you again if that's what you would do. I would never. And now you're putting a little sauce on the story. CPS would have taken your kids. That's pretty damning to say about someone someone as a parent. First of all, I know for Gina, it's going to feel like you're attacking her as a parent now. How would you feel, Shannon, if someone attacked the way that you were as a parent? So the party is the party, whatever. Heather, we get to see, first of all, she's not, I didn't realize, who bought her house? She signed an NDA. Speaking of NDAs, she signed an NDA. So she can't even talk about it. She asked her kid, have you guys, spoken about us being an escort with this other house? And she's like, oh, she reveals that she signed an NDA. So she can't. She said, between the escorts that she has going on, she's confusing one. I'm just like, okay, the luxury of it all. But so she's about to sell this house for $55 million. We get a tour of the LA apartment, which is gorgeous. I also really do enjoy Dr. Terry and Heather's relationship. I feel like their relationship is genuine. I've said this before. I just felt like saying it again because I'm watching them like just interact, and I was like, y'all are really trying to spread rumors that these two had a falling out. I mean, we'll wait. But what episode are we on? I think they are a team. They are a team. I don't see anything happening with them of that nature. Not right now, at least. You never know in the future. And I also love seeing them as parents. That's one of the things that I really do enjoy about Heather. Besides all of the pretentiousness and the luxury, I really enjoy seeing her with her kids because she is so accepting. The fact that she says to her son, don't go in my bedroom. But at the same time is okay with knowing, yeah, he's probably going to have sex. Be safe. You know what I mean? I appreciate that about her. I do appreciate that about her. All right. So I already talked a little bit about Emily and what she has been doing this episode. At the top, we see her preparing for this gala. And then we actually are at the gala and we get to see Tyrell. She praises Tyrell for everything that you've been through. He just had a bill that was passed through and signed by the governor. And she says, despite everything that he's been through, he could be so angry at the government, at the state, all of that. And he's not. And I love in this episode, they all kept on saying, when you see stuff like this, it makes you look at your own life and be like, yeah, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. Gina was having some of those revelations being at this gala. And I do enjoy their friendship. I haven't really enjoyed their friendship as much this season because I don't feel like we've seen a lot of them in their goofy, fun times. When is their cast trip? I just thought about this. When is the cast trip? Did we go on a cast trip yet? Come on. Yeah, we went on that little trip, but I don't count that little trip. When we going on a big cash trip, didn't they go to Mexico? Why do we keep going to Mexico? No shade to Mexico, but I'm just like, come on. Can we do something? There's how many countries in the world? Can we do something else? Anyways. So Shannon and Emily have a conversation. They are rehashing what happened, but you could see at this point, Emily's like, I don't want to fight anymore with you. We're just concerned. But next time, I just want to move past this because Shannon starts going on a hamster wheel about Heather, and she's like, let's talk about us. I don't want to talk about Heather. Let's talk about us. Can we move past this? Because she genuinely has a good time with Shannon, and she doesn't want to fight with Shannon. I felt that she was so genuine, and she started tearing up. So I thought this episode was a good episode. But as I'm thinking back on everything that happened, yes, there were a lot of little things, but the main things were Shannon and her issues with Heather and Emily and now Gina, because she's now put some sauce on that whole situation. Jen has Gina over, and that's when she tells Gina about what Shannon said. Okay, Jen, I'm sure someone was in Jen's ear. You need to bring up what you heard. But I appreciate it because it felt casual. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like it was a pre-produced moment. It seemed like she was genuinely upset by what Shannon said, and she wanted to tell Gina because she's embarking on a new friendship with Gina. So Gina starts to go off. She's like, if this was true, if all the people there'll be so many people in Orange County without their children go to CPS if they got a DUI. I didn't really love that statement because I was just thinking like, I don't know if that's the point, but I get what you were trying to say, Gina. I get what you were trying to say. Because here's the thing. If she got a DUI, I'm sure the kids could have went somewhere else besides CPS, right? Right? Who knows? Who knows? But she's saying that that's not the case. I don't know, but I have to say, again, live chat, don't forget to vote in the poll. Let us know how you'd rate this episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County. I thought, again, this was a 9. I thought it was a solid episode. I love the fact that they broke the fourth wall multiple times. I'm still enjoying Jen. I love seeing the exonerate gala that they had. I love that. I love that this was a part of the show again this season. And I just like to see that there are issues happening amongst the friendships. The reunion should be, and they must be getting ready for the reunion soon, right? When is this reunion for Real Housewives of Orange County? It has to be really soon. We shall see. We shall see. Guys, as always, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And as always, don't forget to head on over to TheKempire.com for more details on our merch and our podcast, Kempire Radio. As always, subscribe to the podcast and subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel so you can see the visual version of our podcast. Let's get out of here with some music. Again, thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. And of course, thank you to our subscribers. Let's continue this conversation of the Real Housewives of Orange County in the comment section. Thank you all for being here. Bye, y'all.
tongue-tied.
Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire.